Hello grade 8 learners, this is Sir Marvin and welcome to English Time, and today we will be talking about
Again, welcome back to English Time with Sir Marvin. Today we will be talking about how to use appropriate grammatical signals or expressions suitable to each pattern of idea development. We will be focusing on general to particular process. Let's proceed. Let's have first the pretest directions. Choose the letter of the correct answer for each question. Question number 1. This is a method of developing a paragraph, essay, or speech by moving from a broad observation going down to the very specific details of a certain topic. A. Parallelism. B. General to particular. C. Cohesive devices. Or D. Verbal. Choose your answer. Let's proceed to the next one. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. This transition word is used to indicate that you are talking about something as a whole rather than about part of it. A. In general. B. Such as. C. For example. Or D. Overall. Let's proceed to number 3. Number 3. It is used to introduce and emphasize something which shows that something is true. A. In general. B. Such as. C. For example. D. Overall. Done. Let's proceed with number 4. Okay, let's proceed with number 4. This is the stage of writing where you list down your ideas and express it as you make your mental plan. A. Pre-writing. B. Finalizing. C. Drafting. D. All of the above. Finished. Let's proceed. Number 5. It is used to indicate that you are talking about a situation in general or about the whole of something. A. Such as. B. For example. C. Overall. Or D. Including. Alright, so I hope you got the correct answers. Let's proceed with the objectives of this lesson. First is to identify grammatical signals or expressions. Second is to classify suitability of grammatical signals and expressions to pattern of idea development. Third is to rank idea development signals and expressions from general to particular. And number 4, create a sentence with grammatical signals and expressions. Before we proceed to the lesson, let us first have a guessing game. I will give you the clues for the item to be guessed. Once you get the answer, just raise a hand and write your answer on the chat box. The first one to type the answer on the chat box or on the comment section will be the winner of that specific question number. Are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, for example, let me give you an example. What am I? Here are the clues. I disappear at night. I give light to the world. I can dry your clothes. And I can give you vitamin D for your skin. Let's reveal the answer after these 10 seconds. Do you have an idea? Can you think more? Let's reveal the answer. The answer is none other than sun. The answer is sun, right? Because sun can dry our clothes and can also give us vitamin D for our skin. So that's gonna be our game for today. Let's proceed with number 1. What am I? I disappear after the rain. I give positivity and hope to people. I can be seen in the stratosphere, and I am also believed to have a gold at the end of my line. Answer that in 10 seconds. Hope you get it. Type it already. Let's reveal the answer. Wow, the answer is rainbow. Alright, so very good for those who got the correct answer. Let's proceed with the next one. What am I? Clues. I live in the jungle. My favorite food is banana. I can jump and climb high trees, and also I can be your pet. Answer that in 10 seconds. Got it? Now, let us reveal the answer for this number. Okay? Alright, correct. Alright, let us know. When it comes to writing an essay or any academic papers, expressing ideas is very important. If we are going to express ourselves, we must organize our thoughts. Do you believe in that? Yes, you should believe in that. Alright. Remember that the connections and links between ideas must be clear. Make sure that the connections and links between ideas must be clear. And also make sure that the transition is smooth and the sentences must be clear and comprehensive, because if not, our thoughts or message is not well structured and it may bring confusion to the readers or to the listeners. Remember that. Ideas must be established and clear not only for ourselves, but of course for the people who are our readers or our listeners. Now, let's have this. In composition, general to particular order is a method of developing a paragraph, essay, or speech by moving from a broad observation going down to the very specific details of a certain topic. Today, you will learn about that. It is also known as the deductive method of organization. So what is a deductive method of organization? Let's have this. General to particular is a matter of writing or a composition that discusses the broad topic using specific details that support the topic. You will learn about transitional words in general. I have a sentence here. I have another sentence here. Compare the two sentences. Which one is more clearer? I mean, which one is more comprehensive? Correct. The sentence that is more comprehensive is the one on the right. He is a pediatrician. They are both doctors, right? But the sentence in the right is more specific. Let's proceed. The doctor in the right is a pediatrician, which is a specialist in pediatrics. Pediatrics is a branch of medicine dealing with the development, care, and diseases of infants, children, and adolescents. It means that the sentence in the right with a pediatrician is more accurate or specific or particular compared to the sentence in the left. Doctor is a term used for general medicine man or woman, okay? While pediatrician is a doctor specified to cure the diseases, care, development of infants, children, and adolescents. Alright, so remember that the sentence A is general while the sentence B is specific. Okay, so I hope that you'll remember this process, because this is the simple way for us to determine whether an idea is specific or general. Another example, Teacher Arlene is a teacher. Next example, Teacher Arlene is a mathematics teacher at Bangkal Integrated School. So as you have noticed, these two sentences have both the word teacher. Alright, but the sentence A is general while sentence B is specific or particular, because in sentence B, mathematics is mentioned. Mathematics is the specification of Teacher Arlene as a teacher, and also the place or the school where she teaches was mentioned too, while in sentence 1 it is not mentioned. Okay, try these directions. Identify if the statement is general or specific. Write G if the statement is general and S if specific. Write your answer on the blank before each number. Try these 4 sentences. Ready? Begin. Number 1. Mario likes reading books during morning. Number 2. Anna likes reading fairy tale stories like Cinderella, Snow White, and Rapunzel. Number 3. Philippines is considered a tourist destination. Number 4. Philippines is considered a tourist destination because of its stunning views, warm beaches, and hospitable locals. Okay, I hope that's the correct answer. Okay, so let's proceed. Let us study. General to particular is a method of writing a composition that discusses the broad topic using specific details that support the topic. In here, you will learn about how to use the general to particular transition words. First one, transitional devices or words used for general ideas. Transitional word number 1, in general. In general is a word or transition word that is used to indicate that you are talking about something as a whole rather than about part of it. Example: the conclusion of the story was a little disappointing, but general, the book was pretty good. In here, we are showing the word general to showcase or to present the sentence as a whole. And now let's proceed with the next word. The next word is overall. It is used to indicate that you are talking about a situation in general or about the whole of something. This is similar to in general, but we are going to use the word overall. Example: she likes the overall quality of the product. In this sentence, we are showing that overall is used for the inclusion of the idea, okay? Not specified, but the whole idea of something. The idea is the good quality or the quality alone of the product. She likes the quality of the product. Isn't it that when you like the quality of a product, it means that the quality is good, okay? Alright, so let's proceed to the next one. Let us talk about specification words. These are the words that are used as transitional devices or words to express specific or particular ideas. The first one is for example. For example is used to introduce and emphasize something, which shows that something is true. We are using this to say something is true. Example: children should eat less junk food. For example, they should avoid eating burgers and chips. In this example sentence, of course, we have used the word for example. The purpose of this for example word is to illustrate what children should not eat or eat less, which is the junk food. And we will be giving the example of junk food. Here they are: burgers and chips. Okay, so that is an example on how we are going to use for example in sentences. So I hope you'll be able to give me your own examples using the word for example. Remember, for example is a transition word that is used to prove something that is true. Let's proceed now with the word such as. Such as is used to provide specific examples of something you're talking about. Okay, this is somehow similar to for example, but their difference is that if for example is used to show truth or to prove that something is true, such as is used to provide the very specific examples of something that we are talking about. Okay, so let's have this example. Example: there are many religions such as Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and Judaism. In this example, compared to the use of for example, you can see that our examples are following the term right away. Our transitional term or word is such as. It's right away followed by the examples that we should provide. What are the examples that we provided in this sentence? They are Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and Judaism. Okay, I hope you get that one. Next and last example, we have the word including. Including is often used to introduce examples that further explains something mentioned in the sentence. This is used to introduce examples and furtherly explain something to be comprehended or to be understood. Let's have this example. We need to prepare enough food to feed many people, including children. In this sentence, we use the word including, alright, to give example. So what is the example? Alright, the example here is children. In this sentence, we need to prepare enough food to feed many people. We are going to clarify which one is many. Many people. Can you give me an example of many people? Yes, it can be children, elderly, poor people, alright? And in this, we became so particular with our example. We gave the example of many people using the word including. We gave children. Okay, so I hope you get that one too. Next, directions. Complete each statement by using the general to particular transition words. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Managers experience several different personal problems that must be solved before a business can work effectively. You can use the transition words you learned in this lesson. Okay, so let's proceed with number 2. Acrophobia is an intense and unreasonable fear of high places. Write your answer. Let's proceed with number 3. Okay, my friend Sammy traveled to distant countries. Number 4, there is a similar word in many languages. And number 5, there are several different ways to bind a book. Write your answer carefully. And here is the rubric for you to be guided. For the scoring scale, we have unsatisfactory, needs improvement, satisfactory, and outstanding. You can also see the corresponding points. And of course, we have this criteria: focus, language mechanics, and cleanliness or penmanship. Those are the things that should be considered in writing. Okay, and of course, let us practice more. Directions: answer the following questions with 3 to 5 sentences in the form of general to specific order. Make sure that you will use the transition words you learned today inside the parentheses. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Example: why do we need to plant more trees? Let's have the example. Why do we need to plant more trees? Use the words such as. Okay, I believe you can do this. Trees are an important part of our environment. It helps to prevent many environmental issues such as soil erosion, number 1, wherein the roots of the trees keep the soil strong and bonded to the land. And number 2, air pollution, that helps to clean the air we breathe. Okay, we have used the words such as, and we have provided our specific example. I believe that you can do this also. And here are the words and the topic that you will be writing about. Okay, please answer this part in the learning activity sheet. Number 1, how do we keep our body strong and healthy? Use the word for example. Okay, next, number 2, should parents restrict their children in using technology? Use the word in general. Okay, and number 3, how do we prevent the spread of coronavirus? Use the word for example. Alright, go. You can do that. And of course, we have the rubric. You will get 5 points if the entire idea is well organized and clear according to the given task. Remember that. Alright, you will get 4 points if the idea is comprehensible, however some details are not clear according to the given task. And you will get 3 points if idea is somewhat unclear due to some complicated details. Meanwhile, you will get 2 points if your ideas are not clear and most of the details you provided are complicated. So make sure that your ideas will be expressed thoroughly. And of course, you'll get 1 point if the idea is not clear at all. So always get 5 points. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, for our evaluation, let's read this. Writing with a purpose. Writing can be of many kinds depending on the purpose of the writer or the reason that motivates or prompts a person to write. It is important to have clear idea of your purpose when you write. Your purpose gives your writing a direction, keeps you aware of what you want to achieve by your writing. It helps you to define the form, style, and tone of your writing. You may write for different purposes. For example, number 1, you may write letters, journals, or poems to express your feelings and thoughts. Number 2, you may write essays, editorials, or speeches to influence how others think or feel. Observe these things. Directions: choose a health issue you are interested with and then write your own ideas on how to have a good and healthy body. Make sure to use the transition words in writing an essay and write your own answers on a separate sheet of paper. Have this rubric for you to get very good. Read the content, organization, purpose, form, and conventions. Of course, we have also good, fair, and poor. So I hope that you'll read this. You can pause this video if you want to be guided by this rubric. Okay, again, this is Sir Marvin, and thank you for being with me today. And for your assignment, make sure to answer all the parts of the activity sheet that I have already forwarded to your group.
So thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope that you have learned something from this video. See you on the next episode of English 8. Bye-bye.